Continuing my discussion of Tucker Carlson and his sudden and somewhat shocking departure from Fox, well, a theory about this is that Tucker is being sued, apparently being sued by somebody for creating a hostile work environment. The accusations seem kind of vague. Mostly it seems to be the fact that Tucker just kind of rounded up his staff and subjected them to various red-pilling exercises, and this was supposedly very disturbing to this individual. In any event, it's hard for me to believe that that is in fact the real explanation. True, it's coming on the heels of the Dominion settlement, but unless there's something far more to all this than we know, that seems to me to be a dubious explanation. Another explanation that's been reported, and I'm merely passing this along, is the idea that Tucker angered Rupert Murdoch by going down the January 6th road. Now, if this is true, and if either Rupert Murdoch or the Murdoch family was upset about this, that shows that Fox is in serious trouble. Why? Because they're taking mainstream topics of genuine public interest and certainly of intense interest on the right, topics like election fraud, what really happened in 2020, what happened in 2022 in, say, Arizona, the continuing tragic plight of the January 6th defendants, the real abuses of judicial process and procedure, the corruption of judges, the ruthlessness of the prosecution, penalties out of proportion to the offenses, solitary confinement for months, in some cases years before trial. All of this is going on. It's an outrage. It is of deep concern to many Republicans and conservatives. And if the Murdochs are like, well, this isn't going to be off limits at Fox, well, that's going to be very bad. That's a very bad comment on Fox itself. Now, it could be that this was a mutual parting. In fact, that's what the Fox press release said. And that Tucker had basically had enough. That's the other possibility. And I think back, for example, to our experience with Tucker with 2000 Mules, where we were trying to get 2000 Mules covered by Fox. And time again, the Fox hosts were like, well, you know, we're thinking about it. But it was very clear over time that they were saying that, but in fact, they had been ordered not to touch the topic. In fact, none of them could touch it, including Tucker. And Tucker had the most latitude at Fox because I guess he had the highest ratings. They let him do more of what he wanted than other Fox hosts who are more reined in. But nevertheless, you know, imagine Tucker wants to cover 2000 Mules. They're like, no, you can't do it. Tucker he gets exclusive access to 40,000 hours of January 6th footage. He finds all this stuff. He's really excited. No, we're really upset. You put out the 2 clips that you did. No more of that, Tucker. And we're not going to have any two ways about it. Basically, this is a final order. So Tucker probably realized, well, you know, I've basically become a pawn of the political interests and agenda and even feuds of the Murdoch family. They might be angry or infuriated with Trump. They want to make sure Trump never runs again or Trump can never make it again. Fox has turned against Trump, and we see indications of this from the way that Trump is covered now by the New York Post. We see it also from the Wall Street Journal. We see it on Fox. And wait a minute, all those happen to be Murdoch properties. So it tells you something. But again, Tucker's like, why do I have to be part of this millionaire or billionaire squabble? It's kind of undignified. It's humiliating. And so Tucker might have decided, I'm basically out the door. Now, this I think is risky for Fox, right? This was my tweet. Nobody watches Fox because of Fox. Fox seems to have forgotten that. And think about that. Do you have a brand loyalty to Fox? It's like, it doesn't matter who Fox puts on. I'm going to be watching Fox. No, most people aren't like that. They watch Fox because of Tucker. They watch Fox because they like Fox and Friends. Their loyalty is to those shows and their loyalty is to those hosts. And now with, Bongino leaving Fox or Bongino is exiting Fox, Tucker is exiting Fox, it's kind of like, what's really left at Fox? Tucker has a lot of opportunities in front of him. He can go Joe Rogan style and do a podcast. He can try to start his own TV network. and maybe pull some people at Fox and some other people into it. It's not clear what his next move would be. Debbie had a hilarious suggestion this morning. She goes, CNN should hire Tucker. She goes, CNN keeps claiming we're going to try to be more fair-minded. They would rock the whole cable world if they were to bring on Tucker. And then Debbie goes, and then Fox, if they want to go left, they can hire Don Lemon. I don't think this will happen, by the way, because I don't think that either network is willing to go to that extent. But certainly, I mean, if I were running CNN, that's what I would do. And it would rescue the entire network. And you could have a whole bunch of left-wingers stay because Tucker would be the counter. And it would be very clear that CNN has become suddenly more fair and balanced than Fox.